a surprise special bonus episode of the Love Gymnastics podcast where I'm coming to y'all from the workhouse because I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset right now. Hopefully, Ezra, Shayna, Nisha, Oscar, somebody gets on and help me understand what the fuck just happened because I'm so upset right now. Now I'm at work. You're gonna hear a buzzing noise. If you hear some doorbell rings, that means I gotta go do some work. I'm gonna put y'all on pause and do my job. Y'all hear a phone ring, I might put y'all on pause and on mute so y'all can't hear the conversation and do my job. But while I really don't have much to do, I'm gonna sit up here and talk to y'all about what the fuck just happened and why the fuck did Florida just get eliminated from the damn NCAA tournament already. I mean, not even already, like, in semifinals. See, there we go. They go to pause. Hold on. Girl, hey, hold on. I gotta go to work. Talk to the people. Girl, what the fuck just happened? Nisha, what the fuck just happened? Why did Florida just get eliminated from the damn NCAA championships? It is just starting. They should have easily beat Missouri. Now, I'm not upset for Missouri. I love Missouri. But what the fuck just happened?
I think they were overhyped because I read on Reddit they were like the crunkest team coming out in warm ups today. I think they were just I had too much juice. I think.
Did
I don't
Florida do?
know.
I mean, I saw it. I saw it with all y'all. I don't think Florida did that particularly bad on vault.
Well, I didn't get any landings. The only one they stuck was what's her name? Was it Ferris or was it the other one that stuck? I think it was Ferris that stuck or somewhat stuck.
I mean, and then Florida was also getting cheated good scores. So I definitely don't understand how this happened.
Well, Florida got a bar score that was not no 99375. I'm just gonna say that. That was not Jordan Bauer's quality. Sorry. Or Mara's quality. I don't care what nobody say.
I
I
just
think
don't.
Leanne picked the wrong day to have a bad meet. It came down to they were counting on Leanne's scores and they didn't get them. Pretty much. They needed one more routine from Leanne and they didn't get it.
I just don't understand what happened.
Because Missouri wasn't good. Like they weren't. This wasn't Missouri's best meet either. Like nothing. It was nobody's best meet. Tell you the truth. Well, like nobody really stuck any
even
landings.
Oklahoma, even Oklahoma didn't do. I mean, they did well. It's just
But it
everybody.
wasn't the Oklahoma at regionals. It wasn't that regional performance at all. Nowhere near it.
I will agree with what Shayna said in our little private group. I 100% love the six judges. That's how you fix the
Oh
judging in the
yeah,
NCAA. You start the season off with six judges and just keep adding it as the season progresses.
I agree. The judging was very. I feel, except for a few routines that may have been out of. I thought the judging was very fair. They took for flex feet, flex toes, bent arms, close. They took for everything. So I'm kind of happy about that. Most of the time they
Hello.
took for they should have took. So
Hello.
yes,
Hey,
ma'am. Hey, Shayna.
Hi. Get down, Royal. What
Like
about
I'm
me?
nervous. I'm nervous for the next session. Lord,
I, really? I
I
mean,
am.
it's gymnastics. Anything can happen, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, I never realized this because LSU, Utah, and M- oh my God, that session is gonna be way worse.
Because, I mean, you always say, if people do their normal, they should advance. But when we get
Mhm.
to this part, look at OU last year. Look at LSU in 23.
Yep.
It's not out of the realm that a top team doesn't make it, you know?
Like the University of Florida? Oh my God.
They didn't make it in 2019, you know?
I thought Florida would have a little more, more. I don't know because of what happened today in their state. I thought they would compete for something other than themselves, and I don't think that happened at all.
I just don't even understand.
You just never know.
I just don't
I
even
had it the
understand
second
like
round.
what
I
happened because
said,
Florida did so well on being.
hmm
They did okay on Florida. I mean, they didn't do bad on Florida. They didn't do great on Florida. They just, it was mid. But
yeah,
then
but
ball,
that's what I'm saying though, Michaela. With the judging, they have unrealistic, expectations when they get to even the regionals was kind of glorious with scoring,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
feel like this scoring is a little. If six people can't get it right, they need to just go on and revoke all the judging privilege and just let them have exhibitions every month and every week and don't even worry about competition because unrealistic expectations. Like I saw a lot of form things with Florida on that bar rotation that I hadn't really
Yeah. Hadn't seen all
thought.
year. Yeah. And Bean. It's
You
like nothing.
know,
Florida needs
they
more
had
separation from Bean at the
things.
first rotation. Yeah. They didn't have enough separation between them and the other two teams after the first rotation.
And those
And I
first,
was,
like the first, if you really look at the score, it really wasn't many 9-9s in the meet at all. So
which is
you can't
very,
really say people
not at
really
all.
I really,
overscored.
really, really, really enjoy. I really enjoy a good score starting from a 9-7. That's what I've always said. It's
Hmm.
just I don't understand what the fuck happened. Like again, I hear what
I
you all are saying, but to me, the
Everybody was
only event that
overall.
Florida kind of flopped was ball, and Florida did not flop harder than. Well, I guess maybe it just was Leanne Wong,
It,
wasn't it? She just had a bad day in
I
her
mean, they
sport.
Florida didn't land, and I saw that
Yeah.
really on their floor, like their
Hmm.
floor thing, and then they didn't get the benefit of maybe like a. I feel like it was even because even some of those Missouri beam, really, if you want to be honest, some of those first couple beam routines for Missouri had those girls stuck. Those would have been 9-9s.
Yeah, I agree.
So, because the actual routines on the beam were flawless. They
Okay, I
had
think
good
Missouri
bars,
got a
but
brain.
they were
Let's
taking
try to
off
have
though.
some kind of structure. I know everybody is listening and watching Added stream because I'm watching it too, but they will come back and watch my stream too. Okay, let's start off with the fourth place team, Alabama. Alabama did pretty damn good. They damn surprised me. I'm surprised they even made it this far by how badly they were doing in the first half of the season. So
Yeah, I mean, kudos to them. They had a better showing than last year. They
They were
gotta go to
happy to
stayed
be there.
work.
stayed on the equipment. They lost
Yeah.
Luisa Blanco.
Hmm.
And that's a new coaching staff relatively. So that's when you always compare to
Yeah.
other coaching staffs and other teams who've been there and done that. You got to say she shored up her contract for a couple more years. With that
Hmm.
placement. Especially being at the bottom of the barrel in the
That's true.
SEC. They have formed things that that really ultimately got them where they really, really couldn't compete. Your form and your talent is going to get you through, and you have the extra part of the pressure and being able to compete. But I just feel
Hmm.
like Alabama did really well. I think their best piece of gymnastics was the I don't know her first name. I think Ladaney on
Oh, on
beam.
Beam. Oh, yes.
That
That was
beam was too
gorgeous.
low. I feel like that should have been at least a 9-9.
I agree.
Um, I was sad to see Shania go, but Shania just haven't looked happy. I don't know what has been going on with her. I feel like
all
Dana,
season.
really the last couple seasons, because she was so great
Her first
that
year.
that year that they won the SEC. What was that? 23,
I think her
22.
first 2 years were her best years at
She
Bama. Her
was
first two
really
years.
good, and then I don't know what happened. She just did not look happy anymore. She was really emotional. She was hot and cold. I don't know. And she didn't do like Maddie and leave Alabama to try to go somewhere else her 6th year to just get like a new perspective. So I understand the ones that leave and want to go somewhere else, like Savannah or um, who else has left like their last year to go somewhere? Skylar Killow.
Yeah.
I think that would have benefited Shania because she was emotional after that Florida team.
Yep.
Uh, and I don't know what Alabama has next year coming in. They lost Lily Hudson. She's been a workhorse for them. So
Yeah,
kudos to
that's a
them.
big
And,
loss.
and shout out to Gabby Gladio with that toe up toe.
Oh
And
yeah, on the bar.
because I noticed on her bar landing, she was limping and she
hmm
limped throughout the meet. So those we
Yep,
have to take it in perspective that this sport is tough.
it is.
It's a tough sport, baby. I can't even walk with a messed up toe. So imagine going up and doing gymnastics on that.
And
You
doing a
know.
beam routine and a floor routine, she did that bomb toe. Both of them after she hit the bars. Yeah,
hmm So who was third? Florida.
Florida.
Oh, Florida.
They were laying hit away on either floor, vault, or beam from making it.
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. I'm looking at Florida coaching Jenny and company mainly
hmm
like how I used to look at Jay Clark and them, like around the
hmm
21, 22, 23 years. They have to get a culture in there of some type of toughness. They missing that. And they were so used to Trinity for 5 years and Megan Skaggs and Alicia Bourne, being, tough athletes. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't put it to pen and paper when it matters, it's like then you have to start you have to start really like examining our thought process and how we compete. And I think that's really it because Florida have great girls on that team. And with the injuries, maybe the injuries is surprised much. I don't want to pinpoint people negatively because it's accomplishment just to even get to this level. But you have like Leanne burnout. Selena did all she could do in a new environment. You got Riley McCuster, who is a basket case. I mean, she just doesn't seem put together. I'm pretty sure Victoria was on
She looked a little tired.
tired,
She looked a little tired today.
long year body worth of that, and then you have the younger girls, Zana and Desador and uh, Anya Pilgrim. She just didn't look right. She hasn't looked right to me ever since she really
Just a
had that
concussion.
concussion
Yep.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
season because
But
she was money
but I'm
last
so
year.
sorry. Shayna, I don't mean to interrupt you. You putting the blame on all the wrong people. It is Jenny Rowland. Because ever since Jenny Rowland became the head coach of the University of Florida, they could not figure it out. They could have all the talent in the world. They cannot figure it out. And it's just it's just a done deal. Like Jenny Rowland, I love her, but this ain't her job. At best, she's an assistant coach. She is not the head coach of the program.
And yeah, her lineup order is questionable. That's old school. Her mind is still old school. Put the best ones in the middle. No, put them at the end. Score Bill Jenny. Like you can't put these wicked people in the end thinking that. I mean, yes, it works sometimes, but not all the time. Like score Bill. Like put the weakest one in the front and build your lineup.
Like I don't understand why Selena Harris and Leanne Wong did not anchor the entire
That's
lineup.
what I said. That's what I said in the chat. They should have been anchoring every event. Then we have 1-2 punch at the end. That's your 1-2 punch.
Because then you would, you have, if you push Riley up in front of them and she has a decent routine who can get a 9.9, then you will boost Selena and Leanna up to 9.95s and
It's that
beyond.
it's
You know,
that Chinese mindset of I could put anybody up in any place and they should be able to score the same. And it's like, no.
Mhm. Hi, Oscar. Did you even watch? Oscar. Mac, he
Yeah.
didn't watch.
Of course he didn't watch. Of course he didn't watch. Why would he watch?
you missed a good meet. You missed a
Oscar, you missed it.
I'm
You
so
mean
glad it was good. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it.
you missed a good meet. And to tell you the truth, Missouri and we still on Florida. I don't want to go too early,
yeah,
but
Yeah,
let me
Mac's, Mac's
that's
still
your
on Florida. Mac's
that's
still
your
on
team,
Florida.
Michaela. So
let
your
me let me
thoughts.
just say what I have to say because a guest was here so I couldn't speak. Florida, let me turn on my camera for this because I want y'all to see this.
Who was
The
it? Who was
University
your
of
guest?
Florida, you did not have a bad season. It's just vision making from the leadership is just you can't recruit all the broken elite gymnasts. You just can't do it. You got to start recruiting from the Nastia Liukin Cup, from the level 10, from that JO stuff. Like, yes, I understand. Oh shit, we have the whole damn team. Yes,
Hey,
I
my favorite.
understand.
Hey, my favorite people.
Arza, Arza.
Hey, Urza,
I made it back in time.
are you ready for our girls tonight?
I am excited. It's. I'm going to be tweeting every routine. Every routine's getting a reaction out of me. It's going to be fun.
So who
I,
got knocked out?
The Gators.
oh, okay. Yeah, Florida got knocked out by
I'm,
Missouri.
I'm not shocked. Were they
By
devastated?
Missouri, though.
I
They got
love
beat.
Missouri. Missouri has Hannah Horton, right?
She didn't have the best competition, but
She did what was
Amari Celestine did.
She
Amari
fell out. Wow.
Celestine.
wow, were the Gators like in tears?
They were gagged. That's the only reason I'm doing the show because I'm literally gagged right now.
I really think like they were defeated after that vault rotation, and then when they really like side by side waiting on the final scores and tabulations, like when Missouri started screaming and hollering, it was like they had no emotion. Like I saw Skylar Drayson just kind of like, well, that's kind of looked like what she was going through.
It was
Like,
4-18.
I'm sure they're just like me and they don't understand what happened. They did not do bad.
Was it 4 or 8 teams competing?
It was four. The
Was
other
it
four
I'm not.
Alabama?
I'm not gonna lie. After Missouri's first two rotations, I really thought Florida and Oklahoma were gonna advance. Like I did not think, oh, Missouri was in it. Missouri nor Alabama was
I
still
didn't
in it.
either.
But
I
Missouri
didn't
did.
even
Missouri
though
did.
you know what, the only time what hit me, I'm like, oh shit, Helen Who's finna go up on beam, right? And then like, oh shit. Like it's so close. Helen did like I know she didn't get a 10, but like the best beam routine that I've ever seen her do. And it's like, damn, Florida just got beat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what happened? And then Florida had the nerve to put Riley McCusker up last on bars.
Choices.
I
Yeah,
said lineup order. Lineup order.
I
It's
said
just
that.
Jimmy
I,
Bowen says
I'm not.
you don't need to have a head coaching job over there at Florida. Like you just don't. Like you just don't. Like you're just as bad as Courtney Coupette. Like you're the only difference between you and Courtney Coupette is you actually get the talent to your program to make y'all not be in last place every year. But Jimmy Rose, it just
Who was the other team that got bumped out? Alabama?
Alabama. Oh, Urza, since you watched, what was your opinion on Alabama? We already said ours.
Alabama looked like they were out of it. From I saw that first Alabama vote, I was like, it's over. Like They look like they were there to show their face and to smile and to be on camera, because they clearly had nothing, like no firepower left, and like you could have saw that from regular season that they had no firepower, and they just weren't able to compete with the best of the best, and they shouldn't have been here. It should have been Cal.
Mhm.
It should have been
Yeah,
Cal.
but Cal, it should have been Cal and Alabama based off of that regional. It shouldn't even been Florida. If you want to be honest, Florida shouldn't have even made it
Well, they didn't. They didn't. So it's fine. It's
because
fine.
Alabama won the regional. Oh no, Florida won the regional, but yeah, Cal should have been there. You know,
Uh,
Where did the mistakes come from Florida?
there really wasn't any. That's why I'm. That's
Their
why
vault, their vault
okay.
lack. They score long vault.
I don't accept that, Nisha. I don't accept that because they didn't do bad on vault. They just didn't stick any landings. But no, but neither did anybody else. So
And that
Well,
is
to be
exactly
honest,
why I'm scared for UCLA. I am very scared for UCLA because I am very scared. They're gonna
and you should be
they need
because this
they need
regional
goals.
just let us know that anything could happen and nobody's safe. And you all, that next regional, if y'all think this first regional was hell, this next regional is going to be like the greatest. It's for us. It's very entertaining, but it's especially for me. I have no horse in the race. Like, yeah, I'm going for MSU, but like, I really don't care one way or another. So, um, and
I'm
it's
just not shocked that Florida flopped. Like they were doing poorly in the
they
beginning.
really didn't fly. It was the
They
fact
they
didn't
that
flop.
didn't flop. That's what I don't want anybody to say they flopped. It's just they just got beat by Missouri. Like, and I don't know how. Like,
baby
Was
I'm
Missouri,
gonna
49
take it
Missouri.
a step further and say Florida competed very well. They competed very well. They looked very ready to compete, and they just got beat.
Yeah, because the
yeah.
first two rotations were
oh,
like
you know
very
what? Yeah,
late.
I take that back. Florida did flop. It wasn't Florida that flopped. It was Leanne Wan who flopped, which
I
caused.
sadly is. She
Yeah.
needed one more routine, one more good routine, unlike Beam or
No,
Floor
they
or
needed her
Vault.
to be like on her A game tonight, and she was like on her. I'm trying to make the Olympics bullshit. Like
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So which events did Missouri outscore Florida on?
balance beam definitely involved. And if you watch the next session, all this the event to look forward to because they're really as they
I don't
should,
even
as
think
they
they
fucking should,
outscored.
as they should
I don't
start
think they
doing
outscored Florida on golf.
vault should absolutely be the lowest scoring event in the NCAA because it should be the hardest event to get the highest score on because it's the easiest to take deduction because you can it's just one thing to see like it's no interpretation to it like you see leg separation take a deduction you see flat feet take a deduction but no
See bent arms. You see lack of landing, and I think what got Florida because
No
all
distance.
everybody did bad on vault. Really, no. I think it was only
Yeah.
maybe 199 across all four teams. The thing was
and that was
Florida
from
over
Florida.
rotated and under rotated their balls.
And
Even
see,
Toledo was
so that's
really
where I'm like, I
frustrated.
don't know what happened because there was only 199 score from all of vault, and that was from Florida. So how did Florida get beat on vault when they had the highest? Like it just, I don't understand.
What about the
I think
lowest?
they were
What's the lowest?
only like
They got the
I think
lowest
they were
ball
like
score. They got a 49.0. Missouri got a 49.1. Alabama got a 49.1. OU got like a 49.2 something.
Those are low scores for everyone.
Yeah.
from
Yeah, that
from
really
what I
was
can
being hard
remember
on
from the
both.
scores.
If you and then you take
I
vault
believe
away,
Hey, bro,
less than
they
499
weren't
in
strong
every event.
on floor. Florida was not strong on floor at all.
Nope. But everybody bounced out of Florida on landing except for like OU. Like Florida and Missouri had bad landings on Florida. They just was bouncing. Those lunges were big,
Were
like
there
big
any
bounces.
tens from any teams?
No,
Who won the all around?
Bowers
Yes.
so far.
we
Baby,
don't, Austin,
I'm
we
gonna
don't
need
celebrate her
Kaylee
over here.
Bryant.
We don't
I'm
do
gonna
that
need
over here.
Jordan Child and
We
Haley
need
Brown,
Kayla and Chio to come
Kaylin
on.
Trio, Jay Carey to come on.
Oh yeah, can you go through? Did you just do all the events for me?
Wait, finish talking about session one before we talk about session two. Get to Missouri and OU real fast.
I thought session 2 hasn't even started.
I know, but y'all already talking about session two. Finish talking about session one. Hold on.
I want to ask who is in the lead for each event after session 1.
I think it's Audrey on. No, not Audrey. It's Jordan.
Audrey's on nothing.
It's Jordan and all around.
And
It's
Floor and
it's Jo-
Bean and Mars.
it's I think it's Jordan and Faith on floor.
Hmm.
It's Faith on beam.
What happened to Jade?
It's a
Who's in the
tie with
next session?
I think it's a tie with Leanne, Mara,
Leland
and
and Jordan Bowers on bars right
on
now.
bar. And I think Danny Ferris on ball.
With a
Yeah,
9-9 on vault. A 9-9.
from Florida.
Did KJ and Jenny interact?
Mm-mm.
Not that we can tell from what we saw
And
on
that's
TV.
another thing. I just be feeling like Jenny's like when she speaks to the commentators to be so goddamn like mushy and like pre-recorded. It's like you already have the same shit to say every time. Like it's no substance.
True, but if I'm going,
She clearly
okay, let's Missouri did fuck it. I don't understand how Missouri beat Florida when I think Missouri did not do as well as Florida on every event except but Bean.
Baby, Missouri slayed on bars and beans. What are you talking about? And they didn't have, and Missouri didn't really have like mistakes. Yeah, they bounced around on floor, but so did Florida.
but they just
And it
had
was
so much low scores. Like they had like
and it was really like the scores was a 197.3 to a 197.2. That's not much of a separation. But you got Leanne who didn't do well. If you want to pinpoint one gymnast, her scores were the drop scores in
Yeah,
two
we got the
rotations.
man for on every event except but bars.
Well,
Uh-uh.
Leanne's been carrying that team on her shoulders, so
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
ever since Trinity retired.
And that's another one of Florida's issues. You can't rely on one gymnast. Like I know y'all got very blessed to have Trinity Thomas for as long as y'all did, but now you have to build a team. Like it's just like Team USA. They can't rely on just Simone or one person. Now they have to
No.
rely on the whole team again, like they used to. So
And you know, when you look at it, y'all, like that's the gamble you take when it comes to having elites, you know, trying to do the college and elite scene because both of those girls that they really was counting on this season got injured in the elite season, Kayla and Sky. So,
mhm.
mhm.
you know, like I say, you got to be able to balance pace people. Look at Jade.
Yeah,
Jade
let's take it
haven't
one
missed
step further.
nothing.
Let's take it one step further. Like while we're dragging Florida. Y'all never got the performances that y'all was expecting from Riley McCusker, her for 5 years. Morgan Hurd had to medically retire because he was so damn injured. Like, it's just not working out from Florida with recruiting these damn elites so fast.
if your priority
And
is
I
winning the national
think another
championship.
issue with Florida is they don't build around. Well, they expect one gymnast to do everything, and then as soon as that gymnast is gone, they don't have no backups. They need to build around gymnasts and prepare them for like when Trinity graduated, someone should step up, and they've done that.
Sloan Blakely got hurt. Like, it's just a lot of people. Like,
I'm so happy for Missouri.
And while we're on Missouri, Helen, who you ate that fucking bean with Tina, girl. Like that was like fucking literally perfection. Like I don't understand why you didn't get a 10. Like Amari Celestine, you did really well. I think she should no, Jordan Bauer should be leading the all around. And then you did great too. Like you redeemed yourself from last season very well. Very well. Everybody hates you though, but I don't.
OU clearly was given an advantage because their scores were not scored the same way as in Florida and as in Mizzou. They were clearly given like the judges clearly wanted it for them. Like their
Can I
scores
say
were
something though with
inflated.
that? Can I say something with that? I don't think their scores was inflated. I just think they were the better team on the floor. Like it was just
They were
obvious.
cleaner. Yeah, they were much cleaner than everyone else.
They were cleaner. Their vaults was better. Their twisting form was better. They didn't have these little slight errors that other teams had. Like the only time Florida had real, I mean, you had errors if they fell, but I mean, they may have dropped the score, but the other five scores was great. Like, I mean, OU was OU and shoot. It's just Florida was also Florida. It was a horrible day in Florida, Florida. Why did you have to add to it?
I have
Yeah, because
one thing left to
that was,
say,
like I say, it was
and
lower
this was
consensus
rigged.
for everybody. 'Cause, oh, you only scored like a 197.5. I don't think they
I know
scored
that's
that.
like a real.
This was rigged. This was rigged for Florida, not for Florida. This was rigged for OU to
But
win,
that's the other thing what I don't
and that's
I
all
understand.
I.
don't think so.
But Urza, that's the other thing I don't understand. Florida also was getting gifts throughout the whole night. That everybody else was like, "Why is Scott
Yes.
Blakely ball score so high?" And I'm like, I don't give a damn. Give that girl a 10. I don't give a damn as long as Florida advance. But
Yeah. Anya Pilgrim's bar routine was too high. Like they was stepping all over the place, and they was
and that's the
had
other
less
thing that I'm
seconds.
just so confused because Florida was getting 9 9s on bars, right? Like they had 3 9 9 score on bars. Missouri only had one high. Missouri were all scoring very high 9 8s, but just 9 8s on beam. So I just, and I'm like, but how? Because Missouri just did not score what Florida scored on bars, but then averages because you have one great 9 9, then somebody else will fuck up and do a 9 7 something. So yeah, that was fun. I'm kind of over it now. I'm glad we talked about it. I'm ready to pick for Missouri and hopefully MSU. I really want MSU to advance now. I don't know who I want them to beat to. Oh, Utah. But damn, they would have to be. Oh gosh.
I
But
want
then you're implying
UCLA.
that UCLA would have to lose. Thank you, Oscar.
Why would I have to be implying that? I just said MSU. You could take any of the other three teams and throw them out the garbage as far as I'm concerned. No tea, no shade to y'all.
But you're doing
Why do you like
that,
MSU
Alice.
so
You
much?
shouldn't have asked when you have super fans on the show, right?
Huh? What
I
did you say,
said you're also
Urza?
doing it dangerous. I said what you're saying is very dangerous because you have two Alice. You super fans on the show right now.
I do. I don't care. Florida,
Well,
Florida's like
we're not the
number
ones.
5.
We're not the
It's
ones.
hard.
A team's not out right now, so we don't care what Max says. We have a fighting chance.
I could just end the show. We could talk about elite gymnastics as far as I'm concerned right now because I could give two shits about.
Why
I
do you
just
like MSU so much?
they have a lot of really talented black gymnasts. If you want me to be honest, they're the closest thing to a. They're the closest thing to a real HBCU that we got. We got it.
Okay.
They're the closest thing to a real HBCU that we have in the NCAA.
And I
I'm
was
just,
just like, I was just pulling for MSU. I've always liked Skylar and Nikki and Gabby. You know what that program went
I
through,
really am
how they
impressed
turned
by
it
their
around.
vault rotation. And if they can do what they are supposed to do on vault, then yes, every other team should be scared. Well, not LSU. LSU is also a very good vaulting team, but UCLA isn't.
Yes, UCLA don't have to ball. They definitely don't have to ball.
Does
And
it start?
that end on being too.
I'm not
To this
nervous
point,
about. I feel like we've handled the entire
When does
season.
it
So
start?
But this is another level, Earth. This is like on steroids. Like this is a final destination. Like, you know.
I have a question. Somebody made their answer. So they have the same judges for both days of the meet.
I believe. I probably so because the NCAA don't want to spend money on judges, so probably.
Yeah. So and do they switch them up? Do they switch them like the same people won't be judging involved like they did today, or do they switch them up? Like
I'm not.
tonight, will the same judges be on the same event, or we
I'm not
or we don't
1,000.
know?
Even when I went to nationals, I never paid them the judges no damn attention. I couldn't even tell you not one judge that was there, so I have no idea.
Because it was kind of like Florida did like tumble on beam at SECs, but it was kind of like once we got there to that final rotation, yeah, they did great on bars, but it was like how the meet was going. They would have literally had to been perfect to win on beam. So that also dictates how scoring is. Everybody knows Paul was low today. So how is it going to be tonight?
all I want to say is if I see a 9-9 from who's starting on vote, do we know which team is starting on vote?
Michigan State.
I
Yeah,
feel
Michigan
that
State
if
has
I
to
see
live
a
in
And
9,
order.
And LSU has to end on it. So, and
I
then if
very much so
LSU
think we're about to
wins,
see a 9-9 off the bat on the first vote of the first vote of the night.
and then if LSU advances, they start on Beam in the finals, and that's going to be new. So,
what individuals do y'all think can challenge for placements at this that are still to come?
uh, I definitely think it's open for Jade and Haley and Kaylin and Jordan Childs.
I don't think Jordan's gonna be passed. I just don't. She was lights out.
What did she score on ball?
Like a 988 something. 98875, I think.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they're gonna
she's money. She's been
yeah.
money.
Also,
Who?
Grace.
I said
Grace
I
who?
would rather Grace McCallum win all around over Jordan Powers any day.
I'm not gonna lie, not at all. Mm-mm. Come on, man.
I wouldn't mind if it was a Leah Finnegan.
Huh?
I would love
I wouldn't
I would
mind if it
love
was
it.
a Leah Finnegan.
Yeah, what about the freshman, Caitlin Shield? When was the last time a freshman won?
She
Around
got
high
many
school.
years. I want her to be her.
Who was the last freshman? Elise Ray, Ani Willis?
Tasha Schweikert.
Tasha was a freshman when she won by Courtney Coupet. That's a while ago.
It wasn't Jordan Childs.
No,
No,
not at
Jordan
all.
didn't win her
Jordan,
first.
Jordan won two events, right? So yeah, congrats. Hats off to Oklahoma for redeeming themselves. Missouri. I just love their story. And then for Helen Hugh to win it for them, I don't care if they do terrible Saturday just to get here.
I know, right?
They was just at nationals and was fifth in 2023, so they have a projection of, moving
Hmm.
up. It's like Florida is declining.
I'm gonna
That's why I
ask.
feel MSU has to
Go
like
ahead.
finish in the top like four before they actually can win it. So you got to experience it first before you can just say you gonna go out there and win it. I know Michigan didn't do it, but still, you
Mhm.
know.
But throughout the years, though, Michigan has been in Super
Yeah,
Sixes.
yeah.
So
And see, MSU has it, so I'm like, I just people. I'm like, they can't win that. Until they can't. They think I'm just like, I don't see them winning this year.
that's
I
a
think
lot
you
of
jump
Wouldn't
that
it be
them.
far.
dope, though? Okay, what if this? Like, this is a possibility. I know nobody here wants this to happen, but what if the two teams that advances was Utah and MSU?
Congratulations to them.
Good luck to them people.
I
Yeah,
would
because OU is
I
going to
would rather
demolish them.
see I would rather see
Not
OU win another
necessarily.
title than to see Utah advance. I would rather see
I
OU
mean,
win
Wouldn't
another
y'all?
title
But
than
wouldn't
to
it be
see
nice
Utah.
to have like well, not Utah or not OU, but definitely Michigan State and definitely Missouri, like two teams that have never been there before, really who have the difficulty to upset some people, shake some shit
yeah,
up.
yeah, but even the great teams like back in the days, the Utah won everything, but after them, like Georgia and Alabama, they had to be there to start winning in the '80s. UCLA was a couple runner-ups before they
I
won.
hope Utah is going to be like Alabama in this session and come in last place. No tea, no shade to Utah. You just not a team that I want to advance, girl.
You know. But hey, given you gotta respect it. They might not be your favorite team, but
I
you know,
respect it a lot. I don't hate
look what
Utah.
what
With their
they've had
discipline.
girls. They lost a head coach. They've had girls transfer from out of that program, and they still make it to nationals every year.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they're not a favorite of mine either. But anything can happen.
And then UCLA, I just really hope that. Well, no, y'all have to do everything because y'all are the best floor team in the country. Y'all have the most entertaining floor routines.
I
Um,
don't. I'm not dead on Oklahoma being so great on floor. Yeah, they're clean, but mm-mm.
they're
You said
the opposite of
UCLA.
UCLA. Like they have better tumbling, they just aren't entertaining. It's just
Mhm.
UCLA is so entertaining that you overlook, you know, flat
In your
speed.
opinion. In your opinion, you overlook those flex feet and all that. We don't.
Oh,
Oklahoma does not have better tumbling than UCLA, Michaela. You're telling lies to these people. O does two passes and
they
two
have better
more passes
form
and
on their tumbling practice. I'm so sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
They
they're very clean, so it's hard
They
to
have better
deduct.
but
form on their tumbling passes. You're correct, sir. And they have better leads, and I stand by that.
all I hear is haters.
But
Urza, you didn't like Missouri's floor routine choreography?
hell, Missouri on
Um,
floor is why I thought they was going to get eliminated because they didn't do bad on floor either. They just didn't do great.
Yeah, those landings were not good.
Urza,
I
Urza did not like that floor choreography.
I really didn't. I really do not like bad floor choreography, and that's maybe because I have a high standard when it comes to floor choreography due to my
Do you
favorite
like
team.
MSU floor choreography?
I'm not bothered to watch MSU floor a whole MSU floor rotation. I'm not
Oh
bothered to do
wow.
that. It's I watched Skylar Schulte on floor, but other than that, it's and Nikki Smith. I watched those two on floor, but other than that, I wouldn't
MSU got
tune
to get
in.
out of their own head. Like they get in their head on these routines. They gotta like have the killer instinct to like do something. MSU,
Maybe them watching Missouri shake some shit up would get them some inspiration.
possibly.
Because to me, Missouri has the not Missouri. I'm sorry. Michigan State has the biggest opportunity, but it's like, are y'all really for to do it? Like,
Because
I have a
everybody's been
question
claiming they've been underscored
for
all year, so they're on the level playing field with the scoring. So we'll see.
my question for everyone is: if every team hits every single team and gets solid scores, well, equal scores across the board, who is advancing?
LSU and UCLA.
what's the question?
If every single team and equal scores across, who's advancing?
LSU and woo, I want to say LSU and UCLA are the two teams that should advance, but
So what? So let's break this down because what does UCLA do so much better than MSU?
Beam is one event that they do, in my opinion.
Floor.
Because you used to
Absolutely.
because you used to harp on you used to
Uneven
harp on
bar.
their bars, but MSU almost beat LSU. Like
I know. That's the thing with MSU. They can turn it up on any event. It's just
I just feel like they have to have the belief in them because gymnastically they have it. They have better vaults. They have just as good tumbling, and their bars and beam were pretty good. I'm
I
not
mean
on UCLA's like first three just being 9-9-a-thons.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
did
Or
say
MSU score like a 198 at their regionals with OU?
who?
yes. They scored it with LSU. I'm gonna say this: with that first routine, that first rotation, because MSU was on their best event, UCLA is on their best event. And the Utah's best event is beam. So we'll see at that first rotation who will have the head, like the lead, or
Yeah.
like the inner. You know, that's
But
UCLA should have the lead.
the thing that's going to be hard for MSU is they start on their two best events, which is floor and vault. So they're going to have to already.
No,
They can't
MSU
be
has Olympic order. MSU has Olympic. They call it ball and then bars.
And I think if the scoring is the same as it was the first session, the form and landings are really going to come into play. So yes, they all have strengths and weaknesses, but I just feel LSU is the best team. But you got to be able to compete when it counts, and the judges are not giving these teams anything. So
LSU
they
can't
have,
be bouncing around on vault.
yeah. If it come down to vault and they are in a Florida situation, like look out.
That's why I said when that's the first rotation, we'll know basically where they stand. UCLA and MSU.
Because after the second rotation, it looked like it was Florida and OU.
It's true.
And look how drastically it changed from one bad ball rotation and a decent bar rotation, and then you got to meet. So and it looked like I felt like Kiara Wells' beam routine was a little high for OU after that fall. So
And then
they are
people were
lucky
complaining that it was too low, and I'm just like, she missed her damn leap series. She had to do it again. Like it should be a
Yeah,
nine
wobble too.
five. It should be
she wobbled on a couple things, and then she stuck a dismount and scored a 9.775. And then you look
Oh
at
man, watching at the stream, people was upset at that 9775. They wanted like a 99. I'm just like,
y'all are crazy. And then you get Missouri at the end of the rotation and rotation 4 with beautiful routines and small steps going a 9.8 and a 9.8125. So it'd be like some scores I just kind of scratched my head. It didn't really affect anything because it wasn't a drop score, but still.
hey Oscar, are you still here?
Yeah.
Real quickly, I got just because I'm gonna get off and do work in a second, but so Sabrina Bonnier went to the Doha World Cup and upgraded all of her beam and flow routine. And I literally said on the show that we did the other day that why Sabrina go to Doha and score close to 14 on everything? And that's literally what she did. Can you explain to the people what she did differently between Doha and Just Low real quick?
Oh, Doha already started already? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think the
So Doha
qualification.
started today too.
Oh,
Those
crap.
are the only
Okay.
routines I saw were from Sabrina. I don't
Me
even
too.
know.
That was it. They definitely wasn't. The gymnastics community is focused on the NCAA. Dog is kind of going underneath the radar. And you know what else is going on right now too? That I want videos even more than Dog. All Japan is going on right now, and I want videos of that so bad.
I'm sure the videos will come out. Are you sure it actually started?
Yes, I got a flow routine from Fish from the Olympic Games. It's on my YouTube channel.
Dang, you're posting these routines so quickly. I love it.
You know what I realized? That's what the people want from me, and for so long I just didn't want to do it because of copyright strikes. But as long as I don't try to monetize them, YouTube don't care.
Oh, you're not even monetizing those videos? You're getting so many views.
I monetized the show. I use those as advertisement for people to watch the show and for people to watch my shorts.
Okay, good. But still, you should. I feel like you can monetize some of them, but whatever. I'm now just seeing that there's a All Japan all around standing. Kishi Rina won. Interesting. But I don't see
Oh, they're
Shoko Miyata.
already doing. Damn! I just thought they were doing the men today. I thought the women were tomorrow. I thought they were doing qualifications. Oh, I'm so mad. I want to see it so bad. I love the Japanese gymnasts so much.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
All the gymnastics community is focused on the NCAA, so it's just like a gap in coverage of things.
I guess. Or like you just need to know where to look.
Or you need to know where to look. I don't know where to look, obviously.
I didn't even know it's happening. I'm so tuned out. But I don't even know if Sabrina really upgraded. She just changed her routines. I don't know if it was a higher D score, but it seemed to work better for her. Okay, see, I found some routines on YouTube from Japan. She took out the third acro series, the back tuck with the full twist. She put back her front aerial, and then on floor she took out her ring leap, just did a switch leap, and she landed her double layout punch front in the floor area. Those were the only differences I saw. Wow. The YouTube girls do not miss anything. Like, I can't even. I should just take myself out of the competition. It's too stressful trying to compete with these YouTube channels. Do you know what I mean though? Like I just try to post in terms of new gymnastics because I love posting old routines that I like. But like new routines, I try to get them when they're fresh and hot, but like there's so many people posting these fresh and hot routines. It's like it feels
I know,
like
right? I know, right?
pointless struggle kind of. But
do you see? I just post whatever the fuck I want to, and I don't care if somebody else posted. They don't have the same audience that I have, so maybe people who don't know who that channel even is know Michaela loves gymnastics. I'm still gonna post it.
That's a great point. But also it's even harder, like with gymnastics just becoming less and less accessible. I guess if you just like truly don't care and you're just posting what you want when you want, like then the stress goes away. But like if you have a priority, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh, this will only get a certain amount of views if I post it like immediately or like a day after it happened. Oh, but like that's just such a stressful game. I need to give up.
Yeah, that's why I don't monetize those videos, so I won't be. I don't care. Like, I'm not making money off of it. So whoever watches, watches. If it gets a million views, okay. If it gets 1 view, okay. I don't care. It helps.
I'm just glad you're getting paid from the show, the podcast.
Yeah, and people do have start watching the podcast more since I started doing this. So,
Amazing.
and it helped that I can repost it on Twitter too now. Uh, so when does the next semifinal starts? In about an hour?
That's what I read. Yeah.
Yes,
50,
yes,
50
yes.
minutes. 50 minutes. Whew, count down. Whew,
This
nervous.
photo of the
Nervous.
AAI award finalists is so it's kind of cute. They're all like elite girls, right?
Um,
Leanne, Grace, Aaliyah, Jade, Audrey, and Jordan
Yep.
Bowers.
And USA Gym is taking all the credit for it. Y'all see their post like sit out the word.
Where,
Ama-
where the fuck is Jordan Childs?
she's
Not
not
a
Urza,
senior.
playing.
Yeah, it's not a senior.
I'm looking at the lineups for tonight. They don't have whatchamacallit in the vault lineup for UCLA. Who is Riley Jenkins?
Macy. Riley
Yeah,
is the one that's on vault. She does the 1.5. Is that her? She does the 1.5 on
yeah,
vault.
they got her in it. And they don't have
Instead
Connor,
of who?
and Connor is
Yeah,
not on floor.
and that is exactly why UCLA is not going to advance from this session.
They still have Lexi's ice on this vault. My God,
Oh
she's gonna
hell.
get hammered.
Oh, here we go.
Is Lexi doing her tuck 1.5 or her layout 1.5?
She's going to tuck 1.5. She's going to tuck 1.5.
She's
It's a
gonna
bad
touch.
choice.
Macy's on bars. She's not on floor and vault, but she was training vault, wasn't she?
Yeah,
She
but
had a
then
good landing. I saw one of the videos, a really good landing
Yeah,
yesterday.
they need her though to advance.
she
But
tweaked her foot.
Mika, oh, again, oh, wow, I didn't know that. But Mika has been improving on ball. Like her last few weeks on ball, Mika's done pretty well.
Wasn't Shay Campbell supposed to do her your Chinko double this season? What happened to that?
That's right. I heard that too.
I didn't tell the preseason. I hadn't heard it. But her form is so good. Like when she thinks she's going like 9.925, so I wouldn't change it.
So the last vaulter is gonna be Kayla
Haley.
Chill, Haley Bryan, Jade Carey in that order. Surely those can go over 9.9.
That
Come
is
on,
so rigged.
Come on, Chio.
Surely those three can go over the 9.9 needed.
Those are the
Gotta
things.
take a step.
I mean, if they can't do it, who can?
Grace McCallum, she's gonna be the last person on bars.
They're setting her up for a 10.
Maya
They are.
Lazong, the last beamer. Kreslin and Skylar and Nikki, the last floor.
For Crestwood is on floor for Kentucky. Oh God.
Yeah,
Good.
she's the
I
last
love
person.
Crestwood. I love her.
Mhm.
I
What
saw her
is
last
it
year regional.
UCLA in on y'all? Vault and Beam?
Beam. And then no Beam.
Oh, that's not. Well, I mean, UCLA is a good Beam team, so that's not so bad for them.
I think it depends on what the scoring is, where they are. If they
It
get
could
tired
be
or not.
really good or really bad.
Yeah. Depends on where they are in the standings. That's why I'm nervous about.
I
Mhm.
See, the
personally
thing with
would have felt
UCLA
better
is I like
starting
they
off on
started
vault.
on the floor and ended on. They started on their best event and end on their second best event, so they just gotta Skirt through all them
I
bars.
Mm-hmm.
I really would have liked if we started on our worst event and then gain momentum to the point in which we end on floor. But
And I
Okay,
think
I'm
LSU.
confident in
That's how
it
LSU
is,
started putting their words. Well, not bars. They were like lowest scoring at bars all year. They gained momentum going throughout the meet. Hopefully,
and it's just so
hopefully.
it's so in the cards for like Michigan State to advance. They have the Olympic rotation, and vault is not an advantage anymore.
No, it's
So
not.
and they're a good
Well,
vault,
unless they go out there and stick six vaults.
which can happen.
They've done it before. They've done it before. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll be right back.
She's at work talking about gymnastics. Oh, so yeah, Florida is out.
I'm still shook a little bit. I just did not expect them to be. I just didn't. But everything I was
I
reading on Reddit and Twitter, people like, oh, Florida had the best warm up. They did the best yesterday and kind of. I'm like, okay, Florida got this. Then today they didn't have this. It's like, what the hell?
I really thought Mizzou was really and was like, so it's Florida and Oklahoma from the first route. Like I did not know to the point in which Mizzou could have had one good rotation and beat Florida.
Mm-hmm. They were
It
down
happened.
3 points. They were down 3/10 after the second rotation. And just how they were stepping all over the place on ball, and Missouri over here
Yep.
cranking out 9.887s on bars. It
Mhm.
swung. It was a 4-point difference, 4%
They
difference.
Missouri was steady all what they were steady the whole
They
week.
were just steady, and that's
Mhm.
what you have to be at this point, because they're all good, but yeah, you got little form here, little form there. You just can't make the big mistakes. Florida just was like kind of sloppy. They weren't bad, they just weren't good enough.
Ooh, I
And
don't know
and
where Leanne's head was. Where was Leanne's head the whole time? She just wasn't in that meet today for some
she
reason.
was
I don't
thinking
know why.
about that being her last competition.
Still, Leah, don't do that. Haley, don't do that. Please don't.
Mm-mm.
Lord, please don't.
That's so sad. It was her last competition.
Yeah. NCAA, let's say that.
Was she in tears?
Yes, she was. Especially after floor.
No.
After floor, her first event, you could tell it had got to her. I felt bad
Yeah.
for her.
I think it was the point at which she didn't enjoy it potentially being her last meet. She should, instead of like focusing on she should have enjoyed and probably would have competed better. Like she should enjoy the moment
She
and
should have did
just
like Jordan, and she should have gave up one of her years of eligibility and been
Truly.
able to
yeah.
on college, and then came back
But
because
Leanne's been going steady for how many years
she's
now?
been going steady for years. This is her second bout at the with the Olympic cycle,
Twice she was Olympic alternate twice. That's right. She
and
had a
then
lot of breaks.
she was doing the World Championships as well.
Oh, that's right. Think about that. She ran out of steam, pretty much. It's like Selena Kane. That should have been a step up. Like
Mm-hmm.
that should have the
But
Sloan
Selena,
went out.
okay,
Sloan went
I
out because
said
you couldn't. They couldn't take the Sloan being out. That's what they. Sloan was on all events. I think that's on ball, right? She was very good on being 995 on being 995 on floor automatic. Sloan was. Take those two scores out. You know.
You already don't have Sky. You already don't have
well, I
Haley.
mean, I helped them on
Haley.
bars some.
Yeah, she did.
And I feel like even her bar score was a little kind of high with that
Oh,
one
it was
leg.
very high, but it was a gift that I enjoyed very much. It was
Yeah, those leg preparations are very visible. Very
Yeah.
visible.
People were upset. They said that two judges gave her 9 nines for that.
That was too high.
Oh, yeah, that was
I didn't even see
compared
the
she scored
routine.
beyond the 9-9 on that. No, she scored a 9-8 something something.
got 9.825.
What was
I,
the
I
issue
I
with the
think I
routine?
think Anya's
Or
was too
9.8.
high.
What was the issue with Sky's bar routine?
Yeah, because I didn't see it.
Oh,
The
she just
leg
had like a
pressing on
really
her back
bumpy landing, and
and
it
her
took
head
like
down.
2 steps.
It was the lack of control. It was the
Yeah.
I don't know if she had like locked knees landing. I don't
And she
know.
was kind
Looked
of
like
close
she
to the
kind of
bar
like
too. She was close to the
jerked
bar.
her ankle or something, so or like however
Because it
she
was
landed kind of
beautiful.
hurt it. She kind of like stepped back.
I just felt like it was a rush job to get her back.
And I remember Jenny saying in the interview that she was hoping they could use Sky on bars and beams this year, but I never got her on beams.
I don't think so.
So yeah.
Mm-mm.
She did do beam in the exhibition once, but it wasn't good, so they didn't use her again.
Yeah. So
And
we
your
think that was a hope for
mindset
this year.
and your mindset changes when you have an injury. You know, it's one thing to, tear an Achilles or ACL or have elbow or shoulder surgery as a regular person, but imagine when you're in a sport
It's
and you
true.
landing on there. Mm, that's a
Plus,
mind.
I'm just gonna be honest with Sky and Kayla DeCello. I feel like both of them look at the University of Florida and college gymnastics as
Get down.
warm ups for what they want to do in elite. Like Sky already talked about some like throwing out things like she's trying to do chongs again and stuff like that. Like she wants to do elite gymnastics. So does Kayla
Mhm.
DeCello. Like they don't really give a damn about this. I mean, I'm not saying they don't give a damn about their education, but they don't care. Okay, I'm not gonna say they don't care about Florida gymnastics. It's just not their priority. Neither was Leanne. Like, and that's the issue. Like, if you're gonna hire elites, just make sure they're done with elite gymnastics, not still pursuing the damn Olympics. Like, it's too much. Like,
Did
it worked
did
for
Sony
Jay
did
Carey. Oregon State ain't never gonna win shit. So they really, whatever Jay Carey does, she does for herself. Like,
and Jade is a beast. Call it what it is. You might not like her form, blah blah. Say this. That girl is a beast, and
and
she's
every year it gets better. Like unlike Michaela Skinner, every year in college it gets better. Now when she goes back to elite, it gets back on some bullshit. But in college it gets better.
Did Sony ever go back to Auburn to finish her education?
Hell no, I think she's finishing school in California with her boyfriend.
Did Simone ever try to go to college? I mean, I understand some of them are like rich
No.
but
She went
everybody,
online university.
everybody doesn't have that, you know, about them like Shiley's. Like, what is she doing? So I understand wanting to go back to elite, but can you live off of it with no education if you don't finish
Mm.
school? You know?
Well, you can be a social media influencer and make a lot of money. So this is
Yeah,
what
but
they're doing
Leon
on
does.
brand.
Leanne doesn't have Leanne. I feel like it's for certain people. I feel
Yeah.
like Leanne, Sony, Shiley's, they don't have a personality to do that. Leave that to like, leave that to like, Simone. Leave it to Jordan. Leave
Oh
it to
my
Olivia. I don't think Haley Bryant has that kind of personality.
No, Haley's
To
quiet,
be
slow
like
reserved.
that. So that doesn't work for everybody.
They should be a brand ambassador. Some of them brand ambassadors. They
Grace
don't take it.
McCallum, she doesn't have
This
that type of
big
personality.
bitch.
So yeah, college is important when you think about your future, when you can't flip no more.
There can always be a judge. There can
How
always
much
be a
how
coach.
much some judges make?
Actually, the judges make a lot of damn money. If you're a beret judge, like if
Okay.
you, I don't know about these like little NCAA meets, but did one of the damn Russian ladies used to judge NCAA Oscar? Am I making this up? Urza, do you know?
I'm so sorry. What
Nisha,
was the
do you know?
question?
What was that little Russian lady that used to judge the NCAA for? I think it was Michigan State for.
I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. I really. I,
Oh, wow.
And I don't know at all.
It was one of the big elite judges that used to just come down and judge for Michigan State.
Nelly Kim? No, I'm
It was
playing.
Nelly Cow. Thank you.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't. I just throwing out names.
No, I think it really was Nelly Cow.
She judged the college meet. Oh my goodness.
So that's why I think they earn good money because, if Nelly Kim did it, then shit, they must earn something.
Well,
And it's
they need to
only
get if they making that much amount of money, they need to be more consistent with this and find a better system to judge. Then
But that's the issue with the NCAA. The NCAA, that's why they only use two judges throughout the whole season. They just don't want to pay for it. Like, again, gymnastics is starting to make money now, but it's still
Mhm.
not football. It's still not
Yeah, it's not.
basketball.
It's
Yeah,
it's a non-revenue producing sport. So they're gonna put all the money into gymnastics. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna
Yeah,
do
so
no
they
return on
just do
investment
like the
stuff.
bare minimum. They
Yeah.
won't even give them girls an NCAA quota points because they
Nope.
don't want to pay for the investment in building a quota points for the NCAA.
yeah,
They don't want to pay for
and and,
softball half the time.
and not everybody's gonna have 12,000 people in the stands.
Hmm.
Even Oklahoma don't even max out their arena, and that Alabama regional. Old Alabama used to be the epicenter of college gymnastics. So you gotta build the programs up, and I think it'd be all kind of individualized. Trying to get these big four, power four. Are they moving Utah to the Big Ten?
No, that was a crazy account or something. Somebody said like
Oh,
it's not happening. Like they signed a contract
because
to
they're not
be
gonna
in
have
the Big
any
12.
competition. And then that I feel like that was the issue also with the Big 12. That's why
Yep.
Oklahoma left.
Yep.
It was no competition, and
Well,
Utah's
because of
be the same
football.
way.
Well, they football money made that move.
I think it was a good thing for Oklahoma though
It was.
to be
Now
in there.
KJ has
Just
to work. KJ got to
just
work now.
across the board in all their sports. It's going to help
Yep.
that program more.
Even softball. They have no
Hmm.
competition in Big 12.
Because they
But they
all,
have
but the
some.
softball team was always what good too. So
Hmm.
going into a conference with the SEC and the resources,
Yep.
yeah. I just want come a time. I hope like a lot of the teams can get to that point. I don't know. The NCAA moves so slow when it's time to upgrade things and to make it more notable. They got to make money, but the fan base is always going to be the younger kids and families. And families are not going to pay 30, 40, $50 a seat to go watch a gym meet.
Let's see. I would if I had like a local team here instead of like 10, 15, 3 hours. I would like actually pay like $30 to go because I like the sport.
And but you got to think about you like it, but you got to think about the children.
Yeah, nobody in
But
my
Children.
family
see,
does, but
I mean this with all fuck them kids, and that's the issue with gymnastics. They always want to think about the damn kids. They need to focus on the damn grown people with the disposable income to come to this shit.
You got to be a diehard fan. Like you got to think about it. A lot of LSU fans are from around the area, but a lot of it is just the program. The student section come with like 3,000 people. It's $5 for kids, or 6 or 7 or $8. But when they had the meet at the River Center downtown, it was not packed in there because it was $30 for us to get in there.
Mm.
And it was not packed to say that they had a meet in Baton Rouge. Just not, it wasn't on LSU's campus. So money is a big thing. because you're not. A lot of adults are gonna go watch. We in America, y'all. We just gotta be honest. People are gonna go watch basketball, football, and baseball.
But say
Even
but our basketball tickets the same as like the $30 basketball will be the same as the for the Gymnastics River Center? Would it be the same price?
I don't see. I don't know. I haven't been to a basketball game or a volleyball meet in years at LSU, so I don't know what the pricing is. I probably could go look,
So no, when
but
I went to the Razorback game 2 years ago, it was in North Little Rock, which was like 15 minutes from me. I went, it was like 25 bucks. But they
yeah,
come once a year, so I was like, well, that's nothing. No, I pay once a year. I'll pay that. Even if I didn't pay it 6 times for 6 meets,
you
six
got you
home meets,
got to
I
take
would,
care.
do that
You got to
too.
think it's you, the wife and the husband, or whoever, or the
The husband staying at home. He got to
you
pay
got
up.
3 kids. You got your neighbor and their kids, and you everybody got to pay $30 to get in, and you have a meet every weekend, sometimes every other weekend.
I guess difference is just it would be just me and my son. I can leave him with my sister. It was just really just me going. I'm the only one that likes
You
gymnastics,
know,
so
children are not going to the
yeah,
NBA games and
yeah,
to go the Saints or the Patriots in the football season. Children are not out there watching that. In gymnastics, they are. So it'll never be a revenue sport. So they have to find
that's
other.
true. That's true.
It's just different.
And then
No.
merchandise is not readily available either. Like you can't go buy like Razorback gym back shirts. Like they don't really have stuff like that. The gymnasts wear, like you
Hmm.
don't can't order that stuff.
Hmm.
And that stuff is prettier than what we see like in the normal, store. So it's like y'all will sell that stuff. I
I
think people will buy
I
it.
have I have one national championship shirt from LSU that
I
they
had
won.
one from last year and the SEC one from last year.
I only have one. As long as I've been a fan, I don't pay for shit. To be like,
Now I have regular LSU T-shirts that I bought throughout the years, but yeah, I don't
yeah,
have
but
this. That's
I
only two championships.
specifically cater to gymnastics. No, I don't. Except the national championship. I don't have none of the old SEC stuff. Like that stuff be extra cost that is not in my budget. So Michaela's at work. I haven't heard from Ursula and Oscar.
I
Oh,
text
I'm
her.
here. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I
You
catch
at
up.
work?
Um,
Oh, all
oh,
Are
right.
I
y'all
am at
calm
work.
now? Mac, are
Oh,
you calm now? Are you okay? You feeling better?
Uh, no, I am. Today's just been a very stressful day. Like this is, I'm just on some, you know, I'm joking about this, but like today has just been a
please.
very stressful day. Like,
It's not gymnastics related, but prayers to Nicole. She passed away.
yeah, prayers to Nicole, my friend, passed
Very,
away.
very sad situation.
Very sad situation. And then
Transplanted.
on top of that, we're gonna have a damn mass shooting at the damn Florida State University, literally like 7 minutes away
Yeah.
from my house. And the gag is, it was the police deputies. One of the sheriffs. Okay, I don't want to say it wrong. The shooter was one of the damn police deputies' sons who got one of their damn guns and shot up the damn school. So
Are you serious?
yes,
Oh my
Why
god.
though? Get bullied or what they fucking with him because
I
father's
don't even think he goes to FSU. I just think he had a mental break and just went to FSU and just started shooting up people.
how old is he?
I don't have that much information on it yet. I was watching gymnastics.
Is he college age? He's not like a 50-year old, is he?
Uh, hey, shoot, give me 1 second. I'll look on Google right now and I'll read y'all the story. It has the FSU. I'm reading from the NBC News as of 10 minutes ago. What we know, two people are dead, and the sheriff's deputy's son is in custody after an active shooter was reported at Florida State University campus in Tallahassee. The suspect is 20 years old, son of a sheriff's deputy. Petty, I don't know why I can't speak today, who has access to one of her weapons. According to Leon Sheriff Walt McNeil, at least six people received treatment at the Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare at a hospital, spokesman said. The university told students treat to tell students the threat to the campus has been neutralized, but in the area surrounding the campus is considered active crime scene. One FSU student saw the shooter, described him as a normal college dude who was wearing an orange t-shirt and a khaki short. I was walking and this guy pulled up a large orange Hummer, the student said, and he gets out with a rifle and starts shooting in my direction. So he basically pulled up on the campus and started shooting.
They switched Connor. Connor's on floor. So he's 20-year old. So you never know if he had a bad experience there, if he used to be a former student. I just be feeling like stuff like that it don't be random really. People be crazy in the head, but it be a reason behind their craziness. Because he could have went anywhere to the grocery store, to a house, someone else's house, you know. Why to that particular school on this particular day?
Yeah.
And it's
But
they got Mason McGowan on floor, but not on vault.
Are we staying
Yeah.
on until the meet start?
Where you finding it? Where you finding
Go
that,
to
Shayna?
the where the floor is.
Go to
again, if
where?
y'all want to, or we could end it now. It's up to y'all.
Hold on. Go to
I'm
where,
on
Shayna?
college gym thing.
College gym
Yeah,
fans.
the scoring, the online scoring. And just go to the
Okay.
lineups and I can see them they've been changing them. Because I think warm ups are over with now. Yeah, they got Connor going first, Sierra second.
So now she's on
Hmm.
floor. Okay. So took Amari out then.
No, they took out Kaylin.
Caitlin. Oh gosh. So not all around for Caitlin. That sucks.
No, not Kaylin Chill. I mean Kylie. I'm sorry, Kylie.
Oh,
Kylie. Okay.
as they should.
They still have Lexi's eye on vault. Let me look at some of UCLA stuff.
I was just about to ask what were UCLA lineup.
They have Macy. They took Mika out of floor and put Macy in. And they still have Riley and Mika on vault.
If
Uh,
UCLA and Florida could combine into one team, they would have an awesome team.
Don't
Because
put us on your level,
all you would need is Jordan, Shay, and with the combination of Brooklyn and Mika, and then add Leanne, Selena, and a combination probably of I don't know who. Shit. Uh, who would be Florida's third person? That's sad. I can't really think of who. Anya, if Anya really was on in her regular self.
It's the sophomore slump.
Anya hasn't been the same since that thing.
Hmm.
Shoot.
And even what's her name? Skylar, she only did Beam for them, and she was basically all around last year. Um,
Don't they use that little
then you've had Morgan retired. Ellie Lazari was basically nothing. It's just
A spectator. And she used to be really good on beam. She was like a beam
yeah, but
player.
she was inconsistent and she fell half the damn time.
But yeah, but her first couple of years, she was like the best
Yeah,
beamer on that
that
team.
Achilles I think changed her.
Yeah.
People don't be the same. When Aaliyah Mustafina had that ACL injury, she really never could vault again, and her form got worse. The twisting form got even worse. And
But then we have Rebecca Andrade that got better after her
yeah,
all her damn
yeah.
ACL.
She had two ACLs, you know.
She She had
Oh,
three.
it's
She had three,
it's been
didn't she?
3.
I think she had three. Two or
Who
three,
had
yeah.
all them ACL injuries like that back in the day? It was a girl from Florida who used to do elite. I think her name was Kristen Stuckey. She had several
I don't remember
ACL
her.
injuries throughout the years.
We'll never know because back then they just used to give them girls a little shot. You could be like, we competing and shit.
Yeah, she was before Courtney Coupettes, but I don't never remember. I remember people being out, y'all, but I don't never remember. Maybe you, Michaela, and Nisha, but I don't never remember people getting so many Achilles tears back in the day. Like it's
I remember Ashley Kearney. Did she have Achilles or ACL?
no,
ACK. I
it was
remember she
something
was
with
out.
her foot or ankle. It wasn't
Okay,
a.
I was thinking
I
of
was at
okay.
that meet when it happened.
Oh, you were okay. I just remember her getting
Yeah, you
injured. I
remember
thought I can't remember
that
so
was
far
they
ago.
used to have those Super Six challenges at the beginning of the season, and they finally had came to LSU, and she it happened at that meet.
Well, I think we used to see a lot more of them than that we know. But they used to just say, "Oh, she just really sprained her ankle." So
Hmm.
in our opinion, we just thought she was competing on a sprained ankle. When in actuality, she was competing on a torn Achilles. They just gave her a little shot at her ankle so she won't feel shit. So I think that's the main difference why we know about it now because they can't do the little shot thing. So now when somebody have an Achilles injury, they have to go out. Where before they would just give them a little shot and tell them to keep competing.
Yeah, but I used to remember back in the days the girls having like ACL injuries though, or bad ankles. I never remember seeing in the late '90s and early 2000s a lot of Achilles, even in elite. I'm trying to think of who actually used
You
to
know
have
what else
like.
is another reason for that, Nisha? I mean, Shayna, I'm so sorry. The girls didn't last that long. So
Mm,
they would have already retired before their bodies got to this point. Now the
hmm.
girls last longer, so we see more injuries.
Like we all know, like the 90, give the 99, 96 girls in the 2000, some of the holdover from 92, 96, 98. Did any of them have an Achilles injury?
Vanessa had something with her ankles that I probably think was an Achilles injury that they was hiding.
Mm. Kim Zemeskel, Shannon Miller, Carrie Strug, Dominique Dawes,
Shannon
Dominique
had
Most.
something with her shoulder
Yeah,
and her elbow that they
it was
were.
like other stuff.
What
Get off
about
of me.
what happened to Carrie in Atlanta on the vault?
Was it her
Oh
foot
yeah,
or her ankle? But I know
they
she
say
was
it was a
never the
real
same.
bad sprain, but it probably was an Achilles injury.
She was never the same. Mama never did gymnastics again.
Who else?
Girls, I have to leave.
Oh,
I think
I just
uh,
wanted
Okay,
to say
Oscar.
bye.
all right, Oscar. Well, I'm sure
We'll
you'll
see you
be.
in the group chat.
I'm sure you'll be cheering on our Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Yes, I want LSU and
I'll go in.
UCLA to advance.
Clock it.
Have fun. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
my
Bye.
heart just started racing like really fast. I done got nervous
Why?
all over. I got nervous all over. Y'all don't know why. Oh gosh.
I was nervous in that first session, and none of them are really my
I know,
team. It
right?
was
I
just the
was
fact
too.
it's the national championship, and we love gymnastics, and
And I wanted for Selena so bad too. So
and
that was
it's
my thing.
like that. This is why I like college more than elite because it be like you just never know.
Hmm.
I'm
You just
really gonna
never
feel bad.
know.
I'm really gonna feel bad for Selena because if UCLA does advance, the haters are
I
going to
know.
drive her. they're going to drag
Yeah,
her.
Cause she should have
that,
came to She should have came to LSU.
They're
Jay
going
didn't
to
want
drag
her
her
though.
very badly.
that ship sailed on LSU years ago.
Jay didn't want her though.
Yeah.
She was bad for the what they call it, the culture.
Well, no, he never. Remember, she's come to all the LSU camps growing up. Remember, he just never offered her. They never offered her for some reason.
Yeah, he saw something in her.
Yeah.
She wasn't a good fit. Them people know what they doing now. I wasn't all gung ho on Jay Clark at first, but
Hmm.
he got his assistant coaches with him. They have awesome
Yeah.
trainers, to be able to get
Hmm.
Aaliyah still making it. Kaya was able to come back. They've been working with Haley. They got Connor to a good place. So that staff is so many parts to just, you know, training and doing this and doing that. You got to have the mindset. You got to have the right culture. You got to have the ability. It goes a lot into it that we don't see on a daily basis. And that's in any sport. You got to have a formula that works for you. And if it doesn't work, then you got to start changing some shit around. And that's what those girls over there at Florida got to do. Jenny been here 10 years now. And she's gotten what? 2 runner-up finishes? And what? 2 SEC titles in 10 years? Or am I
Some,
missing? Or am I missing a couple more?
so she came right after Ronda, right? Because they haven't been won in 10
She
years.
came in
Last at
20.
15.
She came in 2016.
2016?
So
Okay.
next year be her 10th season.
Okay, gotcha.
And with how Rhonda left that program. See, Rhonda left that program better than
They
how
were in good shape when she left there.
Suzanne, yeah, how
Yeah, but
Suzanne left Georgia.
she didn't get fired. She just got a better opportunity. So she left them with a pretty good program left. And just
Yeah, and Rhonda worked hard. Florida wasn't winning national championships, but Florida was always,
Until she got there. Until
yeah,
Ronda got there.
they was, and then when she first got there, they was second place a couple years. They was
Hmm.
battling Georgia and Alabama for those SEC titles.
Yep.
So Rhonda made her. She put them in a good spot.
She did.
And
I will
with the
always say
exception of
Rhonda got a raw deal from USA Gymnastics. Why can't Rhonda coach NCAA if not? I mean, if Valerie can coach them elites, I mean,
and
what's
Bev
the difference?
Plotkin tried to get Rhonda on her staff, and I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, them
Basically,
folks was like, no, ma'am. They basically blackballed her. Nobody wanted like Ronda on that staff. It's crazy. The fans, like the people, like didn't want her. Like
it
boy,
was
like
just
was
she was.
yeah.
Bev Plotkin said, bitch, I've been here too long. You ain't gonna have me on a job too. You got to go." And
Yeah,
with
pretty
you
much.
see,
Pretty much.
you see, Dana Duckworth got her ass about it that quick,
Yep.
And where's Tom Ford now?
Yeah, where is he? Where's Tom
Mhm.
Hardy?
Where is them Thompsons from LSU
I
transplanted to
think Tom Barton
State,
is coaching that
Florida?
Pacific Rim gym with Jayla hanging them.
Tom Harden is back coaching.
I think he's coaching at Pacific Rim, but like he's not one of their head coaches, but he's like on the coaching staff.
He need to
Oh,
give it up.
I didn't know that.
He
Okay, I didn't know
definitely,
that.
definitely. If he was doing an abuse with teenage age, he definitely don't need to be with younger. That culture was not all that great. If 3 people left in the same year,
Yep. Poor stage and all of them.
and
Hmm. Poor Carol.
they really wasn't the same either, because Lucy then retired, and poor Kara just probably just hopefully I think this season was good and bad for her. I hated how she fell at her last meet, but she really kind of
Yeah,
did good. And then Sage,
she did. Oregon
Sage
State.
was Oregon State, so she was able to compete more because she went to a worse team. So I guess it benefited her personal goals. Then you don't really probably like your head coach, and then you got a mama and daddy who you got brothers at Utah too, and they still let her make her decision to leave. Or do her brothers go to another school?
She's a triplet, right? Didn't say a
Yeah,
triplet or a
yeah,
twin.
she's a I think she's a triplet.
Okay.
But don't the brothers go to Utah as well?
That I'm not sure.
I think they do something too. I don't remember what. So, you know, she said, I want to compete, baby. So I'm excited for these next 14 minutes to get here. I want to see some good gymnastics. I don't want to see people scared and hopping all over the place and balance checking. I want to see some great gymnastics. Some of these girls have been competing all their life. We're not going to see them anymore. It was kind of sad to see Maya Houghton, uh, Riley Mundell, because I used to follow her story. Um, you couldn't help but know about Leanne. Um, who else? Lily Hudson, Shania Adams. People that
Yeah,
have been
all them.
people have been
Riley
staples.
McCusker.
You know,
Yeah.
Riley is a senior or a junior. I think Riley's a
Is she
red
a
shirt.
senior? Oh, is she?
I think she's a red shirt junior.
Oh, okay. I thought she was a senior. Okay.
Yeah. When did Riley come? Because she was supposed to be a senior this year. She didn't get the COVID year. So this was her last year, but she has another year because of missing last year.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Um,
Do they want her back for one event? This is not that stellar on
I don't know.
Mac.
I'm
You want her
back.
back?
I just got his stream about to start, y'all. Are y'all ready?
No, Mac. Do you want McCusker back next year?
Hell no.
Nisha, you so messy. We just was talking, Michaela. We were just talking about, everybody that's not gonna be here no more.
I mean, hell, Riley could have medically retired with Morgan for all I was concerned.
We're not gonna see Maya Hooten anymore. And then they was acting a fool in Addict's chat about why her score was so low, but it was accurate. People always want like the social media sensation viral floor routine, but her jumps were horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
And they were
but
deducted.
still, it's like who? Still, I overlooked them.
You know, even Joycelyn Moore, that first rotation, her floor was the best out of
Oh,
all of them, and it only scored a 9.88. So,
yeah.
and then you get to the fifth rotation, and it's like, why is Oklahoma scoring 9.887s and 9.8625s? And I don't know. I understand they're clean, yes, but this is college. Come on now.
Woo. I'm so happy that I don't have no dog in this race. Ezra, good luck to you,
I
daughter.
I have three dogs in this race with one big dog. 'Cause I love both of them, and it's so hard for me to pick. And just based off of just the trajectory, momentum, it got to be LSU and Michigan State for me.
I want the easiest path for LSU if they make it. So, who would be the weakest team? Utah. Utah and LSU. No, I don't want Utah to go through. Sorry, I don't. Justice for Cammie Hall and Jillian Hoffman.
But
I'm trying to start going through.
I need like a UCLA to be there because
For Selena's sake, I don't.
I need UCLA to be there, and just because I need a
Lisa,
second.
I'm almost there with you, sis, because I'm so sorry ever about it, but it's gonna be so bad for Selena Harris.
Yes.
UCLA makes it and Florida didn't. Like it's gonna be bad. Like even though it's Lee Ann Warren's fault, they're gonna blame it on Selena. They're gonna do exactly. They're gonna say it's her juju bringing out. Like oh, it's gonna be so bad.
I need a UCLA there though because just in case my Tigers don't push through, I need somebody else to beat Oklahoma, and
Oh wow.
I don't see that being Utah. So
True.
it has to be
True.
or
I
uh
would rather it be MSU have the night of their life. Like they score
yeah,
6 pins on vaults and just shake some
a
shit up.
couple better vaults and floors from Mizzou and they'd have been a little closer to Oklahoma based off
Mhm.
what happened,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I just don't think Oklahoma's just so insurmountable that they're not beatable.
Oh no, we done beat them twice this year, so they're not beatable. They're not unbeatable.
Oh,
We beat them
they're
twice.
definitely beatable. Hell, if they have the night they have tonight at the actual finals, they would come in last place, in my opinion.
Hmm. You know, K don't have them though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be sticking olive oils on Saturday. Watch.
Hmm. They, they ain't gonna step on nothing. Watch.
Nope. You see about that lesson last year, honey. So they were trying to be too perfect. No, you had been challenged all year. That's what that was.
But I really feel if you take away because Audrey did not have a good meet either. So that was
She
one
didn't.
take away Audrey. If you take away Faith and Jordan scores, OU is really bottom of the barrel with the eight.
But
That's true.
with all of those scores, if they improve them, then you be like, oh,
Yeah, but you can say the same for Missouri too.
True.
absolutely.
Just
That's why I'm kind of hoping. I'm going for the underdog teams. I'm
that's
going
why
for
Missouri is just that. I mean, Oklahoma is the Oklahoma we're used to where they are 9-9-5 and throughout the lineup
Mm-hmm.
that we're used to seeing with
Yep.
they not vaulting like they used to. They kind of be wishy washy on bars and beams sometimes. And I do still think their floor is overscored. So no, I don't think they're as good as the team that came into second, Michigan in 21. Because other than that, they won everything else other than last year. That team really was score wise their best team ever. They almost scored a 199 last year.
That's true. Yep.
And they
Last
were
year was their best season they ever had was last
yeah,
year.
that was really like their best season of all seasons.
I
And
watching the meet last year, and they stuck like literally every dismount, and I was like, oh yeah, they gonna win this thing.
yeah, it was when they did not make it, I was like LSU is about to win their first national title because
I said the same thing.
whereas Oklahoma was so good last year. It was but I always just in the back of my mind said that this was LSU's best, but it was just like Oklahoma was on another level when it came to landings and
Yep.
form. No one never would have thought they would have did what they did.
Mm-mm.
well, you
That's why
guys. The meet's going to start in 5 minutes. I
Okay,
want.
clear your head.
I'm gonna take a potty break and give me a little glass of alcohol.
I'm gonna get off the show because I'm gonna do some work so
Yeah,
I could not have to do no
yeah.
work while this meeting is on.
Yes,
So
No,
I'm gonna be screaming.
do not stress yourselves
let me
out
All right,
watching
go.
this meet, y'all.
Ursa, kumbaya.
Come on, Ursa. I have faith.
Kumbaya.
We have faith. We have to have faith.
Now, everybody rejoin at. I'll be home at probably about 11:30. So if everybody's still up, we can still do another show tonight. If everybody's still up, if not, I'll do it by myself.
Okay. Gotcha.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Best of luck to everyone.